Hello, welcome to my weekly update. It's been one hell of a week for me. I feel as though I'm kind of burning out from stress. I'm trying to organize my finances right now to make the next step in my life. For the first time in close to 20 years, I'm trying to become independent and being able to both support myself and then also go through medical treatment with Lyme disease. So it's honestly a terrifying experience for me. Because, after my head injuries, literally the very first thing was my ability to properly manage finances and to think analytically. And while I know that I have that part of my brain back now, it's like my nervous system remembers all of the failure that I went through with finances and just how terrifying that actually is, because our fear of running from a tiger or escaping a predator, instead of having those things to be afraid of, now we have financial problems. So I'm trying to walk a very difficult line between keeping my nervous system balanced and also getting my finances in order to do something that I thought would be literally impossible for me. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep going towards the goal. It's what I want. And, I'll fight to get there. So I will say, though, that I have several tools under my belt that I just got this past week that have been incredibly helpful. I'm attending a summit from the Heart Mind Institute. It's called the Nervous System Reboot Summit, and that has been amazing. I've been watching it as I've kind of been able to, because my brain, it's been so insanely overloaded with stress that it's hard for me to watch things and pay attention sometimes, if that makes sense. So I'm taking things in as I go, but I think I also have access to all these videos with my Heart Mind membership. So that's been, really helpful from what I've watched so far. I'm also attending a program from Sonia Riccati called the 3-Day Breakthrough Experience. And I really love her. I've been a part of her community before, and I find that, hearing her talk about bouncing back from adversity has been really helpful, because I genuinely don't understand what's going on in my mind kind of as I'm freaking out. And so she's kind of helping me to figure that part out, because man, I can't tell you how weird it is to wake up from brain damage in the way that I have, and then to have to launch this whole life after being checked out for 20 years. It's so scary. I can't even think of a way to explain that to people that would make sense, except for that I kind of relate to people when they've been in prison for a really long time and they become institutionalized, and then they come out into the world and it's like they've got to relearn everything. It's kind of like that a little bit, I think, but totally different. It's very, very challenging. So I also picked up this new kind of breath work. It's from Dr. Espen, and I am still kind of easing my way into that. I think my nervous system was cranked up too high the first time I did it, but there's something really special about that breath work that he offers. And I got his Breathwork of Fire from his Instagram account, and also I attended his Real Success Summit, and that's been really helpful. And just his story in general is really inspiring, because I am at a point where I feel like I have to take control of things, and I have to start making changes within myself and changing the way that I relate to my body and everything. It's all very confusing and new. So I've been working really hard on that this week. I'm wiped out. I am absolutely exhausted. I've had to stop fasting because I'm concerned that my adrenals can't really keep up with the 22, 24 hour fasting window right now. So I'm doing little snacks and then a large meal, and that's really it. And I feel a lot better doing that. I've also quit coffee altogether. I had a cup of green tea today, and that's really, I'm kind of ramping off the caffeine. If my energy levels don't get better soon, I'm just going to have to drop the caffeine altogether, because my adrenals probably can't take much of that right now with all the stress and fear that I'm experiencing. My sleep is solid though. So my circadian rhythm is still in check. So I haven't gone off the deep end with it yet. Let's see. CerebroPep versus NeuroLyme and the nerve damage that comes with Lyme disease. So I increased my capsule dosage. Instead of taking 1 capsule 5 days on, 2 days off, I'm now taking 2 capsules, and I've done that now for a week, and I have seen actually substantial differences. So I found that with the 2 capsules a day, I can actually focus longer, a lot more easily. It's really kind of amazing to feel, your brain kind of the fog's lifting and things are connecting, and it's, things are just making more sense for me. Also, the nerve damage has healed more. I've been able to come off some of the laxatives that I had to take because, Lyme disease will cause literally like kind of a palsy incident in your entire GI tract, and it just will stop working, and it's awful. There's honestly, it's been building like that for a really long time for me. And at least I know why now, because I've literally tried everything else to resolve this, and it just doesn't resolve. So just knowing that it's related to Lyme disease is a relief. And it will, clear up more as I continue with the CerebroPep, and then also as I do my treatment protocol, which I can't even bring myself to look at that yet. So, once I think I'm in a little bit more of a stable position, I'll revisit that and kind of make a list of the things I need to get and share it on here, because I'm self-treating again. Not ideal, but I can't afford a Lyme literate doctor. So here I am. I also started microdosing psilocybin again. I just feel like I did a dose today. My tolerance is way down, which is great. So, I did a dose today, and it really gives me kind of that warm, connected feeling that I've been missing for so long. So yeah, I think on my off days when I'm not taking the CerebroPep, I'm going to go ahead and microdose, because it feels like the right thing to do. Like, I don't know that I would have been able to sit down and film this update today if I hadn't had that microdose, to where, despite the fatigue, despite the lingering brain fog that's still there, everything kind of connected, and I felt comfortable enough to sit down and, do this update. So I think that's all I have for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next. Bye.